Hello everyone, my name is Ioness. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be drafting a basic bodice block, a full-scale basic bodice block, which is the foundation of all dresses. And we'll be needing our measuring tape, our marker, French cuff, of course our paper scissors, and the pattern paper. So let's get started. At the edge of the paper here, I will come down by half an inch, and I've already drew the line already. Here is the line. With this line here will serve as our guideline. All measurement will be starting from this line here. So on this line, I will enter the shoulder measurements. The shoulder measurements I will be using for this tutorial is 15 inches. So 15 inches divided by 2 is 7.5. So I will measure for 7.5 on the line here. The line will also serve as our shoulder line. So, and this one here, this line here is our chest line. And to get this chest line, that I will, on this chest line here, I will measure 7.5. The 7.5 I have here, I will measure it here as well. 7.5. Then I will connect the line. You can see. I will connect the line. So this will serve as my armhole line. This is the armhole line. This is the chest line. This is the bust line. So on the bust line here, I will enter my bust circumference. But before I do that, let's do the neckline. Let's draw the neckline. For this tutorial, I'll be using neck depth of 3 inches, which is standard. From these 3 inches, you can draft any neck depth of your choice. So 3 inches, which is standard, and the depth neck width of 3 inches, sorry, and the depth also will be 3 inches. So on the armhole line here, I will come down by 1 inch. I will come down by 1 inch and draw the shoulder slope, because our shoulder is not straight, it's slant. So this is the shoulder slope. I will draw the shoulder slope line here. Then I will draw my neckline using my French curve. You can see. So there is my neckline. Then I will enter my bust measurements here. I'm working with bust measurement of 37, so quarter of that will be 9.25. So I will enter 9.25 here. So this is 9.25. Then my under bust circumference, I'm working with the under bust circumference of 30. So quarter of 30, you know, all measurements should be divided by 4. All measurement will be divided by 4. So quarter of that will be quarter of my under bust circumference, which is 30, will be 7.5. So here I will enter 7.5 here. And the waist line here, I will enter my quarter of my waist circumference, which is 8 inches. I'm working with a waist circumference of 32 inches. And here at the hem of the pattern here, I will be entering the hip measurements, and I'll be working with hip measurements of 40. So quarter of that is 10 inches. So on the waistline here, because I will be having that of 1 inch here, so I'll be adding 1 inch to the side here. The 1 inch I'll be using for that here, I will add it back to the side here. So here I'm adding 1 inch. I'm adding 1 inch. Before we connect the lines, let's draw our armhole curve. For the armhole curve, on the armhole line here, I will look for the midpoint of the armhole here, which is 7.6. So I will look for the midpoints. I will locate the midpoints here and come in by 0.75 here. So here's my 0.75. Here's my 0.75, and I will connect it up like this. I will connect it up, and using my French curve, I will draw the armhole curve. you can see this is the armhole cuff. The purpose of coming in by 0.75 here is to avoid the budges at the armhole, so that the armhole, the dress can sit perfectly on the armhole area. So having done that, let's connect the lines. Let me connect the lines before we draw the dart line. I also add one to this my waistline here because of the darts. And I'll be using 1 inch for my dart. I think I've said that before. So I'm connecting the lines already. So I'm connecting the lines, and when I get to the hip area, I will use the cuffy part of this my French cuff. I hope you can see it, the hip cuff here. So because our hip is not straight, you know it's cuffy. The hip is cuff. So I'll be using the cuff area like so. You can see. So now we'll be blending the sharp edges. Okay, having done that, now we are going to draw our dart leg. The dart, we start 1 inch on the chest line here, sorry, on the bust line here. Let me label the line. Chest line, bust line. Let me label on this side. Bust line, half length, sorry, under bust, UB, sorry, then half length. Then let me extend this chest line so that I can label it on this side. Chest line. So, and this is the hip. So on the bust line here, this is the bust line. I will come down by 1 inch. Sorry, before I do that, I will input my bust span measurement. The bust span is the distance between one nipple to another. It can also be called nipple to nipple measurement. So my own bust span is 8 inches, and half of that is 4. So I will enter 4 inches here for the dart leg. I will enter 4 inches here, and I will connect the line. So on the hip line here, I will come up by 2 inches. That is where I will terminate the dart. So I will enter 4 inches here as well. I will draw my dart leg. I hope you can see it. So I will come down by 1 inch here. Here, come down by 1 inch, and on the waistline here, which is also known as half length, I will come in by, I will, that is 1 inch. I'm using 1 inch for my dart, so I will divide that 1 inch into 2, which will be 0.5. So I will take 0.5 to the left and 0.5 to the right. So from that 0.5, I will connect it to the 1 inch I mark here. I hope you can see it. And this type of darts I'm taking here is called the diamond dart. We have different type of dart. We have the bust dart, we have the shoulder dart. So this one is called diamond dart, and I will connect it here. I will connect it so you can see my dart now. So here is my dart, and having done that, I'll be adding 1 inch seam allowance to the side, to this area, to the side, the seam allowance, the seam area. So I'll be adding 1 inch seam allowance. So here's my seam allowance for the front block. So we are through with the front block. So I will cut it out, and we can now grab the back block. So I will just extend this line. I will extend the chest line. What I will need for the back block is the chest line and the half length. Yes, the chest line, the bust line, and the half length. That's the lines. Basically, those are the lines that I will be needing for the back block. So let me extend the lines. So I've extended the lines. This is the half length, the waistline, and this is the chest line. So basically, those are the lines that I will be needing for the back block. And I've made a box. So I will start the measurement for the back block on this line here. So to start with, the shoulder measurement 7.5. You know the back block will be having zipper allowance, so plus 1 inch. I'll be using 1 inch for my zipper allowance. So 7.5 plus 1 inch, that will be 8.5. So that is 8.5, and here I will 8.5 as well. I'll measure 8.5 here and connect the line for my armhole line. So, and I will enter the bust measurement here. So on the chest line here, I will enter my bust measurement. So I'm working with measurement bust measurement of 37. So quarter of that is 9.25 plus 1 inch for zipper allowance. That will be 10.25, and I will mark it here. So I will come to the waistline, and I'm working with waist measurement of 8 inches as a quarter. I'm working with waist measurement of 32, so quarter of that is 8 inches plus 1 inch for that intake. Now I'll be having that at the back as well. For the back block, that will be that plus 1 inch for the zipper allowance. That will make it 10 inches. So on the waistline here, I enter my waist measurement quarter of my waist measurement, which is 8 plus 1 inch for that intake plus 1 inch for zipper allowance, which is 10. So on the hip line here, I will enter my hip measurement, which is 10 plus 1 inch for zipper allowance. So let me connect the lines. So before I had my seam allowance, let me draw the armhole cuff. For the back measurements, I've not even drawn the. So for the back measurements, I will come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope and enter my neck line. For the neck width, we are using 3 inches, which is a standard, and the neck depth for the back block, I'll be using 1.5. So let me draw the neckline like so, and draw the shoulder slope. So let me check, is it 3 inches? Okay, so I'll draw the shoulder slope. And for the back armhole cuff rather, I'll locate the midpoint and come in by 0.25, just 0.25. Don't forget that the front block we use 0.75. And see, and using my French cuff. This is actually called multifunctional cuff. That's it. So I'll make this is the armhole cuff, and now let's enter the zipper allowance before the dart intake. This is the zipper allowance. Oh, sorry, on the neckline here, I will be using 4 inches for the neck width because of the zipper allowance. It's 3 inches for the neck width plus 1 inch for zipper allowance. So let me draw the neckline for the back. So this is the neckline for the back block. We're not needing this. So here is the zipper allowance. Here's the zipper allowance. I hope you can see it. Here is the zipper allowance. Here. This is it. So let me draw the dark leg. So from the zipper allowance here, because our back is not straight, it's curved. So to eliminate the bulges at the back of the dress, on the zipper at the back, center back here, this is center back. At the center back here, I will need on the waistline. I will come in by 1 inch. I will come in by 1 inch, and that 1 inch I will return it back to the side here. I will return the 1 inch back to the side here. So, and I will now connect it like so. On the chest line here, I will locate the midpoint of the chest line. I will locate the midpoint, 3.5. Okay. So I will connect the line and I will terminate it 1 inch before the hip line here. You can see. So I will terminate it here. So here as well, I will come in. You can see. I'm using pencil and I will terminate it here. So this will now be our zipper allowance. Let me use a marker to highlight it so that you can see it clearly. So this is our new zipper allowance. You can see that it's no more straight, it's now curving. So that is the trick to eliminate the bulge at the back. You can see it. You can see that it's now straight. You can see that it's not straight. So we no longer need this. So this is our new center back, and this is our new zipper allowance. Zipper allowance. You can see it now. So we no longer need it. You can see. So the 1 inch I return it. So I will now reshape my side. I will reshape the side same. To this. Now reshape it to this. So now I will have my side seam allowance. So I no longer need this line. I hope you are not confused. So I will now add my 1 inch, 1 inch, and 1 inch for the zipper allowance. You can see it. So now the next thing to do is to draw our dart. Let's construct the dart. So here from the after the zipper allowance here, I will then input my bust span, half of my bust span measurement. Here I will come down by 1 inch, and here I will go up by 2 inches. And I will draw the dart leg. So just like we've done to the front block, we take it half inch to the right and half inch to the half inch on both sides, so you can see. So I will construct the dart like so and terminate it here. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. So okay, so now we now take our paper scissors and cut out our basic bodice block is ready. So I will cut like so. Though I don't want to cut it before, but I just decided to cut so that you can see how the final can have the final look. You can see how it will look. So that's why I changed my mind to cut it. So we cut the shoulder slope. Start cutting the shoulder slope, we cut the armhole off. So here is the front block. So now let me cut the back block. So I will cut, I'm cutting the zipper allowance here. You can see that the zipper allowance is not straight. To eliminate, the purpose of that is to eliminate the bulge just at the back of our dress, so that the zipper can sit perfectly. So cutting the side now. Then the shoulder slope. And finally the neckline. You can see it now. I hope you can see how beautiful it looks. So we've come to the end of the tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you find this tutorial helpful, please don't forget to share. Please share, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. I still remain yours, Ioness Signature. Thank you. Bye.